Is Kaspa a scam, or can it 10 to 100x? We're totally objective on this channel because our mission is to find high quality assets to invest in. So we cover the pros and cons of every single asset. Here's a pro for Kaspa. Marathon Digital, one of the largest Bitcoin miners in the world, multi-billion-dollar company, mined $16 million in Kaspa to diversify from Bitcoin. Marathon is looking to capitalize on higher margins possible with Kaspa mining, but one executive stressed the firm is no way pivoting from its main focus, Bitcoin. So what miners are starting to discover is that they can actually profit more from mining proof of work assets other than Bitcoin, right? So Kaspa is more profitable. So we're seeing miners mine Kaspa and then in theory dump it on the market, right? That's just a fact. They're not exactly holding Kaspa, they're mining it. Kaspa and Ethereum gain traction as Bitcoin's hash price remains low. So Kaspa is a proof of work asset and Ethereum is a proof of work asset. And there are other proof of work assets that miners are starting to look at. So that is the one main positive of Kaspa. We do have big miners starting to look at it. It doesn't mean there won't be sell pressure though, as these miners unload their Kaspa. But here is Kaspa's network hash rate increasing. This speaks to demand from miners. Pretty positive that we are seeing an up move in demand from miners. This is what all the bulls are going to point to, but we're totally objective. We have to look at the truth of this asset. Hash rate doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get life-changing returns on an asset. Syscoin's hash rate skyrocketing as well, jumping, right? Is Syscoin as good as Kaspa? We're going to go through a lot of the assets that compete with Kaspa to get to the bottom of whether or not this asset is a scam, is a boring asset, or has life-changing potential. The bottom line, when you want someone to argue in favor of Kaspa, we have Kaspa maxis out there, totally bullish on this asset. This is what they say. Kas literally solves the trilemma, and people act like it's any other shitcoin. Stop thinking about adoption or smart contracts or whatever shitcoin and proof of stake is better because it has more use cases. Anyone can implement smart contracts on a proof of stake fork dumb chain. Incentivize adoption with airdrops and dumb their locked tokens on your ass. The battle has and always will be for solving the trilemma. Kaspa did it. That, in a nutshell, is the argument for Kaspa. This is what you hear whenever you debate anyone on Kaspa. They solve the trilemma, right? Now, why are arguments like this deceptive? Because Kaspa acts like it's the only one that has ever solved the trilemma. This is from Litecoin on June 6, 2024, saying Litecoin perfectly balances the blockchain trilemma, which is scalability, security, decentralization. Litecoin claims to solve the trilemma. That's all solving the trilemma means, right? It has to be scalable, it has to be secure, and it has to be decentralized. The end game for blockchain technology, Kadena, solves the blockchain trilemma. This is a proof of work asset, just like Kaspa. Democratizing finance for the masses, how Algorand solves the blockchain trilemma. Silvio Macaulay is a Turing Award computer scientist professor at MIT. He created Algorand. He says it solves the blockchain trilemma. There is nothing new with solving the blockchain trilemma. Right now in the crypto world, we have decentralized computing. We have blockchain identification. We have a world computer that ICP put together, right? Where an entire company's data operations can be entirely on chain. That's infinitely scalable. We have the United Nations building on ICP. We have Chainlink partnering with the biggest organizations on the planet to facilitate the tokenization of assets. That's revolutionary technology. Solving the trilemma is not revolutionary. Many assets have already done this. They're scalable, they're secure, they're decentralized. The space has moved past this. Over 1 million new crypto tokens launched since April. You need breakthrough technology to get that life-changing return. That is a requirement at this point. We need breakthrough technology. So what is the technology of Kaspa if we move deeper into this asset? SPV proofs and later sub-network support, which will make the future implementation of layer 2 solutions much easier. If this is truly scalable, meaning it solved the blockchain trilemma, because now scalable means billions of transactions can run per second. If it's truly scalable, if it truly solved the blockchain trilemma, it wouldn't require future implementation of layer 2 solutions, right? ICP doesn't need layer 2s, right? It's really frustrating when there's so much hype around an asset, but no one dives into the actual technology, right? This is from the Kaspa website. Kaspa is the fastest open source, decentralized, and fully scalable layer one. It's not fully scalable because they're talking about layer twos already. The world's first block DAG, a digital ledger enabling parallel blocks and instant transaction confirmation. There are over 1 million coins created since April. There's probably tens of thousands of very fast layer ones created, right? I need breakthrough technology. Again, I need a world computer. I need decentralized computing. I need decentralized AI running on chain like BitTensor or artificial superintelligence are building. I don't need another fast, scalable layer one blockchain that hasn't solved the trilemma. If it solved the trilemma, it could do 1 billion transactions per second. It would not need layer twos again, right? I need someone to tell me why specifically Kaspa is better than Kadena. Remember, Kadena also supposedly solved the trilemma. Kadena is a proof of work blockchain that combines the proof of work consensus mechanism for Bitcoin with direct acrylic graph DAG principles, just like Kaspa, to offer a secure scalable version of Bitcoin. That's essentially what Kaspa is trying to be, a scalable version of Bitcoin that has a layer one blockchain. The space has moved way, way past this technology. Decentralized AI, decentralized computation. Look at what WorldCoin is doing. They're creating a world ID that's integrating with Microsoft and Minecraft. The founder of OpenAI created WorldCoin. Look what ICP is doing. I need breakthrough tech to get those life-changing returns. Alephium. Remember, Alephium was the other asset that miners are starting to turn to away from Bitcoin. Scalable for devs, scalable for users, decentralized for all. Innovating sharding meets expressive SUTXO and effective proof of less work to secure scalable dApps for real world use cases. If you claim to be revolutionary technology that real world use cases and real world apps are going to adopt, show me real world apps. The United Nations is building on ICP. The United States Swift banking network is building on Chainlink. JP Morgan is building on Ethereum. The Render network, which does decentralized computing, which is very valuable for AI, is building on Solana. If you're going to claim real world use cases, there's plenty of other deep value, high quality assets that have real world apps already running on them. Right? And so at the end of the day, the conclusion of this asset is not that it's a scam. I wouldn't say it's a scam. It is a layer one blockchain. The problem is it's probably one of the most boring assets I've ever had to review, right? Because it hasn't advanced past being a scalable layer one blockchain. Litecoin is a scalable layer one blockchain. They've been around, right? So it's just a very boring asset. It most likely won't outperform revolutionary breakthrough technology that's going to change the world, like Chainlink, like BitTensor. Look at BitTensor, decentralized AI, like artificial superintelligence, like ICP, obviously, right? Why is the UN building on it? The proof of how good these assets are is in whether or not massive organizations are using it. Kaspa needs layer twos at this point, right? Meaning it's not infinitely scalable. So that's the ultimate take. Could it 10x? Yes, any crypto asset could 10x in a bull market, right? I'm not saying it won't 10x. It probably will at least 5x. But I want life-changing returns. I want that 100x, that next Amazon. I don't want to be buying one of the million tokens that are mediocre. I don't want to be buying some average mediocre asset in the early days of the internet. I want to be buying the Amazon, that 500x or so, or 300x, right? So the goal isn't to just find a bunch of mediocre assets. The goal is to find the revolutionary technology that's going to change the world and change the lives of people that are investing in them.